There was a sun the other day. He felt its weight upon his back. But even in the living of that moment, he still failed to think, still rightly failed to think that Mass an attribute of anything but his deferred reception, of his burden in its hauling, a fantasy of ballast that seemed sweet as it reached tongue. If he cannot taste it, he cannot bear it. An endless source of trouble in his commerce on the boulevard. However, one can say that he has bought or sold his wares. If he cannot taste it, it is not his, this foundling glimpse, but everything that's in it is imputable to him. He cannot think this protean reduction of the scene to some assemblage of distrait associations, of surrenders of the outside to some intimated core, accordingly a predicate of his peculiar potency, his binding resignation to a boundless drive, a soughing dray. But who is really able to make such returnless venture allege a confirmation to a vision of achievement, so a practice in the slightest way compelled? An odd rhetorical. Who's to say anything, to speak anyway? Thus accepting his unknowing, if unknowable acceptance of a world that's not on offer but is taken up by force, the sense of sensibilities not understood as sensate allows a nearer vision of his present paralipsis, of what he thinks a vestige of his minderless lookout. Nearer is not inside, it may be, but there's the triumph. To be inside would be equal to a positure bemused. If it's inside that you're after, then it's inside